Good morning. Good morning, gamers. That one still counts, and I won't hear any different. Welcome, everybody, to today's stream, and welcome to the Demon Zone. How we all doing, people? We good? Thank you, Deus Exo. Congratulations, Deus Exo. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Yeah, welcome everyone. It's great to be here, back here on this Friday stream. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna play some Fear and Hunger. We're gonna talk about some stuff. We might talk about things that are bigger than that. We'll see. Who knows? It's a crazy time to be alive. What the fuck is even happening? I don't know. Maybe I never knew. How are all of you? I've been working a lot, and I'm quite tired, but I still think we're gonna have a fun time this stream. How is everyone? Who would like some life advice? I'm just about loopy enough to start handing that out. Um, John, did you see the Stranger Than Heaven trailer? I saw that there was a Stranger Than Heaven trailer. We could check that out in a little bit. Have you ever played Resident Evil with Requiem? Yes, I have. I think I am going to save my full thoughts for when I beat it. I talk about it a little bit on Versus Wolves, that'll be out later today, but it's interesting. Like, that's a fucking cool game. It's an impressive thing that it is like the most polished horror game of all time, right? Like, that's kind of fucking cool. And then, like, I think parts of it are good. I think parts of it are bad. I don't think anyone's going to be dramatically shocked at my overall take on it. It's kind of in line with like a fair few people, kind of. But yeah, look, we'll see. We'll get there. What are your opinions? Okay, hang on. What is this? What are your opinions on the Pokopia discourse regarding the certain legendary Pokemon's voice being a cowboy, a 90s dude, and a Canadian? That I have not seen, Magic Lottie. That sounds interesting. Jules, eyes glaze over as I start thinking about the Daddy Leon Kennedy edits. Okay. I think I really like the level of hotness they gave Leon Kennedy, in that, like, he's 90, let's say he's like 90% hot, but 10% looks kind of shitty, but that kind of doubles back on the hotness and improves it. Is anyone following me here? The impurities, the wabi-sabi of Leon Kennedy is good. I approve. I think it's good. I like that he doesn't just look like a model. It's cool. Did you see that the final chapter of Chainsaw Man came out? Well, the final chapter, part 2, came out, right? I have not read it. Way behind on part 2. Have no opinions on the ending. Have opinions on part 2 so far. I would say Okay, look, I will condense my feelings on Chainsaw Man part 2 down into a gesture that is relatively vague, but that you should all be able to read whatever you want from. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. How's the eyeballs? No update whatsoever on the eyeballs. But still there. Like, I still have a left eye, so that's cool. Apparently it's the final chapter? Are you serious? It's the final chapter. The series is over. Huh. Interesting. I mean, I've seen people say that they fucking hate it. But, guys, let me tell you, I have been through a lot of final chapters of shonen manga. People are never fucking happy. And that's because ending shonen is way harder than people think, because you build up these massive stories with all these supplemental characters. But yeah, I like unconventional endings. I like when endings feel weird and unresolved. I don't like it when endings tie everything up in a bow. So look, we'll see. Um, super eye patch wolf. Yeah, because you're a furry wearing an eye patch, and that's super. Well, I mean, only portions of that sentence are true. Did I ever tell you guys? Um, I met a YouTuber a long time ago, right? And I'm not gonna say who they are because I know they're a nice person. I think I just met them on like a weird day. Um, and I had watched their videos like way back when, like back in the beginning of like the anime and the AniTube days. And I knew their stuff and I thought they were pretty cool. And I was at Anime Expo and I can't remember where the fuck I was at Anime Expo. And I think maybe I had like a couple like oh yeah, I cannot remember where this con was. It might not have even been Anime Expo. But anyway, I saw this YouTuber at like an American convention I was at, and I kind of went up to them and I was like real shy and I was like, "Oh, hey, yo, just want to say, I watch your videos and I think they're great." And yeah. And then I was like, "Oh, I'm actually a YouTuber as well." And like whatever was going on with this dude, I could tell they did not give a fucking shit that they were talking to me. It's like they were looking around and like looking for someone else or something. Something wasn't connecting here, and he just kind of just goes, "Yeah, yeah, huh? What's your channel name?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Super Eye Patch Wolf," and they were like, "Never heard of you. Sorry." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And like, I try never to like judge someone off like a brief interaction because you don't really know like what's going on with them. You don't know like what kind of day they're having. And like at the end of the day, I'm kind of, interrupting this guy's day. So I didn't really think anything much of it, but I was a bit like, "Oh, okay, well, that's not the kind of interaction you super want to have with like someone's videos you watch." And I went back the next year and things had like I would say blown up pretty significantly for me after that. I think kind of people knew who I was at that point. I think this was actually the Anime Expo that I kind of met Garnt and Joey and a lot of people. And so I was at like another one of these parties and this same fucking dude this same fucking dude, he sees me, he points, he strides across the fucking hall, and he puts his hand out and he's like, "Mr. Eye Patch Wolf, pleasure to meet you." It's just like, and I didn't say a fucking thing. I was just like, "Oh, hey, yes, I also watch your videos," and that was a lot of fun. How many strippers came up to you asking, "Are you Super Eye Patch Wolf?" That's only happened once, and there was extenuating circumstances. But yeah, that was I don't know. People are silly. Fame, or at least like the mild level of internet notoriety I have obtained, is a weird thing. Like it's strange. In some ways, I think having like a following and people knowing who you are, it's like a cheat code. Like the amount of times I have been offered free shit and like I've had my seat improved in concerts for no reason. I've had people just like flat out like just be like, "Oh, like no, you don't need to pay for whatever the fuck," and like all this kind of stuff. And then in a bunch of ways, it's also a giant fucking pain in the ass. Do you know something that started happening recently, and I really hate this? I've had people take photos of me in public, not approach me, just like take photos of me in public, and then post those photos online. And like they're not necessarily doing anything nefarious. It's kind of just like, "Oh, saw Super Eye Patch Wolf at the local burger joint," and it's like, please don't do that. Like it's just. I think maybe it's the kind of thing where maybe some people, and I feel like a lot of people would understand it, but maybe some people don't understand how creepy or weird that feels when you're on the receiving end of it. And then like it's frustrating as well because sometimes like I'm out with a friend and like that friend doesn't want or like hasn't consented to be like a public thing, you know, so it's weird. Uh, um, but yeah, and do you know what annoys me about it as well? Like, if anyone comes up to me, I have never ever turned down like a photo or anything like that. Like, if someone comes up to me and just says hello, that is always fine. And like, people come up to me even like when I'm eating and stuff, and while I don't love that, I'm not gonna like make a, stink over it. And it so yeah, I would so much rather just someone come up and say, "Hey, blah 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 blah, can we get a photo or whatever?" Most of the time, I'll like offer people a photo because sometimes people get like uncomfortable about that, and I'll just be like, "Would you like a photo?" And it's funny, in America, people are always like, "Yeah," and then in Ireland, I'd say 50% of the time, someone's like, "No." Has anyone ever asked for an autograph? Evangelion SH, I have been asked for literally hundreds of autographs. I have spent hours and hours and hours signing shit. Um, um, is asking for a photo Notions. I don't think that's quite Notions. That's a different thing. When is the Fear and Hunger 2 video going to come out? We are close. We are close. Now, what I will say, I watched back an edit of it last Monday, and unfortunately, I was like, I don't think this is up to scratch. I don't think this is good enough. This needs major rewrites. And so I spent the week basically changing all the parts that I really, really didn't think worked about the video. So I said last week we're 2 weeks away from the video. I'm going to say this week that we're 2 weeks away from the video. It's the curse of video essays. Like, that phenomenon where video essayists start taking longer and longer and longer to make videos. And so now you have people where, like, it's not uncommon for some YouTubers to drop like one video a year. Jenny Nicholson just dropped her like yearly video, which was great, by the way. That's super, super fun video. And I think to a lot of people, it's kind of like, how does that happen? But it's so common, And I'm just to say, this is not me announcing a yearly cadence. I that is not what I want to do. But I think the problem is that, like, the only way to make better videos is it gets to a point where you have to start working in this way that we'll get to that. It gets to this point where it's like you get better and better at making a video, but it's like you still need to go through the process of making a video, throwing it the fuck away, and then coming back and trying again. And so, like, with this Funger 2 video, and like, I would say, and genuinely, I think Fear and Hunger 2 is the most complicated video game I have ever talked about. There's so many different ways to talk about Fear and Hunger 2. Like, even Void Stranger, right? Void Stranger is this massively, massively complicated game. But there's like a way to talk about it. You start at the beginning, and then you kind of work your way through it in like the somewhat linear progression that is Void Stranger. Fear and Hunger 2 doesn't work like that. First of all, like, you have the concept of fear and hunger. You have this, extremely difficult game with a bunch of dark shit, and you got to talk about that. But then you also got to talk about the map of Prehaville and how different that is to the map of Hunger 1. Then you have to talk about, like, the weird mechanical philosophical difference between Fear and Hunger 1 and 2, because they're so different. You also have to talk about the 9 characters. You also have to talk about the game, like, thematically. You also have to talk about, like, what it feels like to go through Fear and Hunger. And you could just write, like, a bullet point style video and talk about each one of those, like, sections in isolation. But to me, what separates a good video from what separates, like, a good video essay from a great video essay is that a great video essay has a narrative. A great video essay tells a story. A great video essay takes you on like a step by step by step. You know, I'm always kind of talking about that. And so you're essentially writing a narrative into this massive list of disparate things about Fear and Hunger 2. And so like I wrote that. I did the first draft of the video. And when I say I did the first draft, I'm talking a finished edit. Like I'm talking a functionally complete video that I could have posted on my channel. And I watched it back and I was like, this is not good. This is not conveying how I feel about Fear and Hunger 2. Gotta start again. And usually when I do the second draft of a video, that gets us, I'd say, 70% of the way there. I watched back the second draft of the Hunger 2 video and we were at like 40%. And I'll be honest with you, like that was fucking devastating. This video requires 2 croissants. And that it's fucking hard. Like it's really hard. And like that's the point that like you start doubting yourself. And that's the point I literally start feeling like, am I too old for this? Can I still do this? Like, is this even fucking good? You know? But you gotta this is a double croissant video, guys. This is a double fucking croissant video, and they are rare and they are hard. But you know, I went back in and I fucking was like, okay, right, let's try again, and let's learn from everything that went wrong the first time, not unlike a run of Fear and Hunger. Damn. And so basically I spent most of this week rewriting the first 30 minutes of the video, because it was the first 30 minutes that I thought like just fucking sucked. Like just were all over the place trying to make a million different points. And a lot of it was like taking those points and condensing them down. And like, goddamn, that takes some just fucking work. And it's just like, I think people who don't write, I think sometimes view it as like this very flowery thing. But in reality, it's like honing and removing all the sentences that don't matter. And then once you do that, realizing that this paragraph didn't actually have a point, and then cutting it and then replacing it with something that does matter, and just building it back up. Okay, here's my promise. I promise the video will be like decent. I promise that, like, I'm not going to say that you'll agree with the video. I promise that you'll be like entertained for the majority of it when it comes out. That is my promise to you. You just got to give me a minute to actually get there. Because I still give a shit about making good videos. Part of me wishes I didn't, but I can't stop. I'd be so much richer and more successful if I could just release slop. But I can't. Yeah. So yeah, that's where the Fear and Hunger 2 video is at. It will come out, and it will come out in not that far from the future. But yeah, I think to me, if I was just making videos and putting them out, then there would be no point to it. Also, that's what I do on a regular Patchwolf. Let me just be a complete hypocrite here for a second and be like, if you want the instant videos, regular Patchwolf is right there. But yeah, the Fear and Hunger 2 video is coming, and I am excited by what it's saying, and I am like excited. I know there's some bits in it that people are gonna see, and it's gonna be so fucking weird and strange, and I really, really can't wait for people to see that. I kind of want to hint at what they are, but another part of me is like, no, that's not what we're just gonna let him cook there. But yeah. Fox does a stellar job editing the regular Patchwolf videos. Guys, I don't want to have to make a I don't want to have to make a rule about complimenting Fox in these streams, okay? But I will, and I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to start banning people because that. Listen, I'll be honest with you, and I can only say this because I know Fox doesn't watch these streams. The only reason I hire Fox is to stop him making his own shit. That's the only reason. I want to make sure that Fox is as bogged down with work as possible so he cannot spew his poison out into the universe, okay? I genuinely mean that. I'm not joking. I don't need a side channel. I just needed to stop one of my enemies, and so I messaged them and I was like, "Would you mind editing the side channel?" And yeah, that's isn't Fox editing this right now? I hope not. Um, Defeat your competition by hiring them to work for you. That's right. We're at the Super Eye Patch Wolf corporate dirtbag phase of my career. But yeah, that's where that's at. Um, uh, uh, uh. Lately, I thought. Hang on, this is from Objected23. Lately, I thought the fact that I'm trying my best is just because I owe it to myself. It's good to be doing what you really want to do. Just don't let get yourself get to the point when it's breaking your heart. So keep on doing what you do. People can take care of it or leave it. But if you are real to yourself, you're doing it right. Yeah, that's a good point. I've been thinking about this phrase a lot recently, and it's the old adage: if you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. And I have talked about this before, but I don't agree with that at all. I think if you really truly love what you do, then you will have to claw back the rest of your life from that thing every day. And that is kind of what I go through, right? So just to give you an example, so I talked about how, like, you know, I did massive revisions on the Fear and Hunger 2 video. I've been working on them all week. I've also been working on some other stuff that kind of we're going to talk about. And it's been a lot of work. And I'm a little bit behind where I wanted to be this week. I wanted to have the first, like, 30 minutes of the video completely redone, and it's not looking like that right now. I'm still 6 minutes short, 6 minutes editing that I have to do. And so when I'm finished this stream, and keep in mind, I've already worked about 8 hours today. By the time I finish this stream, in a you know, couple of 2 or 3 hours from now, like, that'll be a lot. Like, just streams are tiring. There's a part of me that really, really wants to go back to work and do another 5 hours on the video and then catch myself back up to where I want to be. And a part of me would really fucking enjoy that. You know, a part of me would love to do that. But then it's like, I kind of listen to my body, and my body is like, I'm so tired. Like, I'm so fucking tired of working all week constantly. And maybe I want to just go and watch an episode of the One Piece live action with Michelle and go to bed at a reasonable hour. And that, it sucks, you know, it sucks that that's the choice. And I feel so pulled in both directions. And it's really hard to get over that. And I feel like that has been, like, the big struggle of my life for the last half decade. You know, because I fucking love making shit. I love it so much. I love my job. I love streaming to all of you. Like, genuinely, I would not do this shit if I didn't like it, and I do. But it's also, like, it's tiring, and you get exhausted, and then you stop streaming, and the adrenaline leaves your body, and you got nothing, you know? And for a long time, like, I did not do that. And for a long time, it was like I would just push myself to, like, you know, 1 or 2 or whatever in the morning and just be like, that's my life, and that's the trade-off I'm willing to make. But I think the longer you do that, the more, and like the thing it affected for me the most was like the relationships, like relationships with other people. And when I say like it affected my relationships, I don't mean that in like in any kind of dramatic or interesting way. It just meant that I wasn't there for people. You know what I mean? It just meant that I wasn't visiting my parents. I wasn't being a decent husband. I was like cranky and taking shit personally and all this kind of stuff. Because it's never just the overwork. It's never just the exhaustion. It's what the exhaustion does to you in your downtime. Like that's the fucking problem. And that that's still hard. And it's still hard because like I do love doing this so much, and I do love making shit for you guys, and it's difficult, but I think ultimately what I've learned is that if you're exhausted all the time, you can't be happy. You can't, no matter what you achieve, no matter how, like, no matter the heights that you do, if you're exhausted all the time, it's never gonna mean anything if you're too exhausted to enjoy it. And so, like, I have been trying to err more on the side of, like, okay, look, I'm gonna just chill. So, like, yesterday, like, a ton of fucking work to do. And I was like, I kind of just want to go do Brazilian Jiu Jitsu in the morning for 2 hours, and then I'll come back and I'll do this work. And I did. And that was the best. I got to hang out with my trainer because there was no one else in for a little bit. And then I got a bunch of really, really good rolls in. I've been getting real good at butterfly guard, everyone. Butterfly guard, that's exciting. And, yeah. Uh, but yeah. Absolutely this. I used to work in a wildlife rehab, and it was the most rewarding but most draining thing I've ever experienced. Our mental and physical recoveries are endless. Aren't endless, yeah, totally. Um, just turning in. Is John gonna stop streaming? No, 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 no. You Luna Rose, you are good. You are good. But yeah, that's my thoughts on all that. Guys, I've been playing Marathon, which is not something I ever thought I would say. So I haven't been playing a lot of it. I basically sat down with my cousin Brian last Sunday, and I kind of just wanted to poke at the game because I was looking at Marathon and I was seeing like some of the kind of like character designs and stuff coming out of it, and I was like, oh shit, this is this is kind of my thing. Look at this weird like sci-fi health goth shit, And I was just like, damn, that I'm actually really fucking enamored by this. And so me and my cousin jumped on. We started playing duos, and I love how that game feels, and I love how like it feels so good to move around and shoot, and like everything about it is great. And like I love the character designs. The character designs are the kind of sci-fi I like, where it's not like, it is sleek, but everything's kind of chunky and bulky, and like they haven't covered every character design in like a million different fucking details. It all actually looks like cool and interesting, and everything has like such a good like physicality to it. So we start playing, and I'm playing like trying out a couple of different classes, and I think the one I kind of land on. Let me see, what's she called? Um, They're called shells in this game. The whole idea with Marathon is that you are basically a consciousness inhabiting like these different cybernetic, like ghost in the shell type cyborg bodies. I think there's like loads of fucking lore to it, but it seems cool. Hang on, I'll show you what I mean here. Uh, this shit. And I think they look fucking. I think this guy is like slightly too much going on, but I think he's still like really really cool. But like look at this Vandal. Like people have been cosplaying the shit out of her, and I get it. Like she looks fucking awesome. But even like look at this armor. Like it's so. Like I love how kind of beveled it all is, and I love like the weird visual language going on. It's cool, and then like you have all the like weird graphic design. From what I understand, Marathon really ran into it in the pre-production when they did that beta, and it turns out they had lifted a bunch of like assets from that one graphic designer. That was insane. It seems like that situation has resolved, and that designer is now like happy about, or not happy, satisfied with like whatever kind of thing they reached. But anyway, so I started playing, and the whole idea is that like you get dropped into this map. It's an extraction shooter. So you get dropped into this map. You have certain things you want to do on that map. There's non-player characters like NPC enemies, as well as teams of other players. And in some extraction shooters like Ark, which I haven't played at all, you can actually like kind of talk to people and be like, whoa, we don't want to fight. I very quickly learned that does not exist in Marathon. Marathon is like, if someone sees you, you are fucking dead. And me and my cousin spent about 2 hours getting nuked out of it by other players. We would see another duo and just immediately, like we're just, it's just like they see us and we're dead. I like, the prideful part of me wants to be like, aimbot, I'm getting aimbotted. I don't think I'm getting aimbotted. I think I maybe just suck at shooters. And it was like, but like it was still fun and tense. So like my character had this power where I can basically throw up this giant like radar that scans the area and like pings all where all like the enemies are, which is like massively useful in a game like this where like you're kind of facing this omnidirectional threat. And then my cousin's character was a healer, and so like we were trying our best to make do. And fucking hell, like some of the scenarios that we ran into, it just felt like genuinely so tense. Like there was one bit where we were extracting and we were attacked by another duo just as we were extracting, and I got taken out immediately, and then my cousin is like getting taken out, and it was like 10-9, and my cousin's like taking heavy damage. 8, 7, 5. There was also 6, 4, 3, and then my cousin goes down 2, 1, and the timer resets, I think because he left the bounding area. Like he got knocked out of the bounding area, and like we failed to extract, and it felt so tragic. Like it felt, oh, I can't believe that fucking happened, you know? And like that was our game. We failed to extract, and like it sucked, but it was riveting. It was like genuinely so great. And I know to an extent that's like all extraction shooters, right? Like that's what I just described is the base formula of extraction shooters. But for me, it's like, it's that multiplied by how the characters look, multiplied by how good the game feels, multiplied by like the weird lore. Like there's these, when you join a new faction in it, you get this weird like faction video, and it's like it has such a identity, you know. It feels like something I've never felt before. Like not like it's a revolution necessarily, but more so it's just like, oh, this is a kind of sci-fi I've never touched, and I kind of love everything about how this kind of looks and sounds. And, you know, it's been weird to see, I guess, like the discussions around it so quickly go into that thing about you know, player numbers and player counts and stuff like that. Oh, guys, actually, little sidebar here. I released 2 videos over on regular Patchwolves this week. These are 2 sections from last week's stream, and one of them was about High Guard and how I think the reception to High Guard is like weird, and the other was about Alex's cousin impregnating in Street Fighter 6. Which do you guys think got more pushback? Which of those 2 videos do you think had more people being like, well, now hang on. Technically, marrying your cousin It was not high guard. It was not high guard. Um, Thank you, man. I'll read out some donations in a second. No, I got what I can only call the Shelbyville Rush. And look, I know some of you are going to get that joke, but it's a lot of people out there who are like, hey, if I want to marry my fucking cousin, I don't want to hear about it from you, YouTuber. And listen, look, God bless, okay? No hate. It's a big dark world out there. There's probably bigger problems than people marrying their cousin. But I am going to laugh at it a little bit when they put it in my fighting game. Okay? So Marathon's real good, guys. I'm really, really enjoying Marathon. So like for the remaining hour, we did get like smoked, and we just kept getting smoked over and over and over because we're two 40-year-olds who are out of practice with shooters. You know, like that's the actual reason. But it ended up being like one of the most engaging experiences I've had in a long, long time. And even though like there was an absolute like crushing futility to it, like we just couldn't. There was one part where we got attacked by a duo and I was able to take one of them down, but then the other guy took me down and my cousin down. And my cousin Brian, he is like the stronger shooter player. And it's just like, so now I think we're going to play again this weekend. And our goal is just to extract successfully once. Just once, you know? And I think it's sad, but it's like, I'm excited. And so, yeah, it feels crazy. That's my current thoughts on Marathon. No, that's not Brian from Let's Fight a Boss. Different Brian. This is my cousin Brian, who I don't want to marry, by the way. But yeah, no, it's a cool game. Um, Is it true that you only read Twitch chat? Apologies, everyone. I actually just was... So the way that works is that Streamlabs defaults you to Twitch chat, and I always forget to click over to multi-stream. YouTubers, I can see you now. So you better fucking behave. But yeah. What's the plan for today, John? So the plan for today is I'm going to make a big announcement in a couple of minutes, and then we're going to play some Fear and Hunger 2. No, I don't only read the Twitch chat. Although for some reason... Okay, there you are. Sure, John, we believe you, lol. See Team Ghost Rider NYC, I saw that. You can't stop me. See, okay, YouTube chat, I'm seeing you. We're clicked over, I'm seeing everyone now. My apologies, guys. Listen, sometimes I get on these streams and I start yapping, and there's no stopping it. Hello, John. Hello, YouTube, John. Hello, Parenvenom140. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So, guys, for the last, I would say, nearly 2 years, I have been working away on a side project that I'm really, really excited about and kind of terrified to unleash upon the world, because I know that when I do, it's like when I put out a video that it's not really mine anymore. Like, it's not something that just exists in this void, but it's not a fursuit. Oh my god, what is wrong with you guys? It's not a fursuit. Look, we'll look. Okay, it's not a fursuit, but so basically, you guys know that, 3 years ago I started the merch label Patchwolves. And Patchwolves was this thing where I wanted to do like a fake anime through a clothing line, and each clothing drop would be like a new story arc. and it's been like a fucking blast. It's been like really really fun, and like I guess just to take a second, I just want to say that like everyone who like bought something or just did like fan art or just did any random thing with Eye Patch Wolves, thank you so much, because that is really, in a lot of ways, I feel like Eye Patch Wolves kind of reinvigorated my creativity and just made me so excited to start making things. And it was probably it's probably like when I think about it, it's the first time I really made something that's just mine, you know? And people still asking, is all this leading to a fursuit? Can you imagine, like, I say all this and then I go off camera and I sit back down and I'm wearing a fursuit? Oh, anyway, look, but no, it's not a fursuit. But so fuck. Okay, look, I don't know how to put this, but basically, 2 years ago, I got approached with a really fucking cool opportunity, and that opportunity has come to fruition out of a lot of work from a lot of really really talented people, and it is that we are turning Eye Patch Wolves into a webcomic, and here is the trailer. I hope you enjoy.
You ready? Crow.
Let's do this!
This city gets crazier and crazier. Sometimes I don't even recognize it anymore.
Hey, Crow!
You want to be remembered? By a tombstone.
Something's not right, Crow.
Wolf, Crow, welcome to tomorrow.
Look at me. Look at what you made me.
This city is a virus, and I am the vaccine. Stay with me, kid. Just stay with me. You can't run from this, Crow. You're gonna have to face it someday.
Yeah, there's the trailer, and that's totally a persona. Oh, that character's been there for ages. Yeah, you can read it over on eyepatchwolvescomic.com. I'll show you the website now. So it's all here. The way it works is the first 3 chapters are free. From here, it'll be like a timed unlock. Every new week, a new chapter will unlock for free. But if you do want to read it sooner and you do want to like support the comic, you can do so with like kind of you can pay to do like timed unlocks. But like I'll just show you guys what it looks like because I'm so fucking proud of this thing. So the art is by Swim Nemo, who absolutely fucking just killed it. Like just beautiful, beautiful artwork from this dude. And then the comic was written by Morgan and myself, and then we had concept work by Brobex and just a bunch of other stuff. And it's got this like full 25 issue run, and I just loved working on this. I loved making it. And it's like, this is David Tomorrow, who is one of the antagonists who longtime Super Eye Patch Wolf fans might remember. And it's just been a fucking blast to work on. So yeah, you can check it out at eyepatchwolvescomic.com. More shit will be coming. I will be putting out announcement videos and whatnot. And but yeah, just want to say that like it's fucking crazy to me that it's finally kind of released and that like I can talk about it and share it with people, because like it has been like such a awesome project to work on, and I got to work with like so many good people, and just having like it's been a blast, and I really really hope people enjoy it. Like what I will say is like I feel like the more we went with it, the more we kind of hit our stride with like the art and writing and stuff. So yeah, I hope people stick with it for a little bit. But It's not on Webtoons, right? No, it's not on Webtoons. It's on a different platform called Storygrounds. Um, but yeah, it was it was really really fucking cool. Is this whole webcomic drawn by them? No, this is drawn by an artist called Swim Nemo, and Swim Nemo, unbelievable fucking artist. Let me see if I can actually pull up some of their shit. Oh my god. Okay, Swim Nemo has like some jury art here. So this is Swim Nemo's shit, and like clearly you can fucking see how talented this dude is, and just the way that like he adopted to drawing like a comic and shit like that was absolutely insane. But yeah, um,
Congratulations, John. Looks amazing.
thank you. Listen, like what I'll say is like this was my first time being part of like a writing team and like doing a big story. I am incredibly fucking proud of what we did. Like that's not me saying it's like the perfect story or whatever. Like I learned so much doing this. And it's like with any video I do. If I could go back to the beginning and like redo things, I absolutely would. I also fucking love it as a comic, and I think it's really fun to read. Like I think the way we use like vertical scroll and stuff is just awesome. And it was just it was a lot of work, like a lot of hard work, but we had like a lot of amazing people on the team. And yeah, so just shout out to Hayden, Brobeck, Swim Nemo, Morgan, Zet, Dojo. Everyone just fucking killed it, and I don't like fuck I don't even know what to say. I give it a shot, and if you like it, awesome. If you don't like it, that's totally fine as well. But yeah, thanks everyone. um That's not me saying it. Everybody's saying it. Sports Illustrated is saying it. Um, in a weird kind of way. So someone asking, in a weird kind of way, is it the? Oh, thank you, Chroma. Um, in a weird kind of way, is it a backwards adaptation of the merchandise storyline? So the comic is the same storyline happening in the merch, but there's a big asterisk that we will get to at some point, and I am very looking forward to doing some really wild shit when we get there. But yeah, it's yeah. Thank you everyone. Thank you to Chroma for picking up some merch from iPatchwolves.com. A celebration of the comic. There's one I want to mention coming out. If there's a way I can reach out. Oh wait, no, sorry. A celebration of the webcomic. I hope everyone enjoys it. Yeah, like regardless of how like people enjoy it or not, I just know that like me and my team, we gave it everything, and like people kind of make of it what they will at this point, and like I love it. Like I think it's fucking cool. I think if I could send this comic back to myself 10 years ago, I'd be really hyped. And I think that's kind of all you can really ask for from your own projects. But also like, I'm just delighted I got to do this. I remember like in the Agretzico video years ago, I had this section where I went into like an existential crisis, and I was like, because you're too much of a coward to do anything that's not your own, or to do anything that's truly your own. And this actually is kind of truly my own, like aside from like my fucking awesome team and everything. But yeah, thank you everyone. I don't know if I can set up a timer right now, but I'll be plugging it on different stuff. We might like read a chapter next week. I think that'd be kind of fun. It was funny for that trailer we just did. I got some really sick voice actors from it. Let me get the names here. Okay, so the voice actor for Crow is Caitlin Barr, and she was Himeno
So
in
hyped for
Chainsaw
the
Man,
webcomic. Much less than 3 from Spain.
which was like such an insane get. Like she's so sick. Um, Wolf is not Pro ZD. It does just kind of sound like Pro ZD, but the actual voice actor is so fucking sick as well. And that is, let me find them here. That is Bradley Gareth. The Skull Corpse member is Little V Mills, and Zero is played by Sea Dog VA. I was in a spot with Zero where I really just needed a voice actor for him, and so I just sent it to Sea Dog, just being like, "Hey, listen, mate, could you read this out?" And I immediately got it back, and it was so fucking good that I was like, "Oh shit, am I gonna have to bother Connor every time I need a Zero line?" But yeah, it's great. Will there be a version of the comic where the voice actors voice their roles all throughout? No, there will not. I think that would just be a lot. But at the same time, we will be doing more stuff with the voice actors, and yeah,
Thank you so much.
that's it. John's persona is Garfield in fusion with crawfish. Thank you for the £2, Team Ghostwriter NYC. Ken's familiar 1-1. I remember asking you about this at Mag last year. Happy the pin in that came out. Can't wait to read. Oh, on comics, there's one I want to mention to you coming out. If there's a way I can reach out, yeah, you can send it to just supereyepatchwolf@gmail.com or regulareyepatchwolf@gmail.com. I'll see it there. Oh, excuse me. Chroma, thank you for picking up some merch as a celebration for the webcomics release. Thank you, everyone. I was really nervous about releasing that. Thanks, everyone, for getting like hype. That's cool. We'll play the trailer at the end of stream again. I've been told that Kathy and Gabby were attacking you in Marathon, and I also think that a 5-year-old girl who tapped you out is playing Marathon. Lol. Okay, Team Ghostwriter, that's enough from you. Thank you for the £5. Robert the Blue. Gonna catch the VOD later. I want to pop in and say, like many others, your work helps get through the rough patches. Thanks. No problem, Robert the Blue. I appreciate the hell out of you, buddy. I Warp with $5. Any advice for someone making screenshot mock-ups for a fake/hypothetical video game? Graphic design has got to be on point, and I think it should be less about like trying to imitate another video game and more about trying to think about, if this game was real, what would the graphic elements be that help communicate the gameplay as a part of it. That to me is kind of the line between good fake video games and bad fake video games. Balthazar 228, I would love to see a Sumo versus John in the ring. Well, if you tune in to Versus Wolves in about 2 hours, I got some good news for you, buddy. Cedo Radibus, thank you for the subscription. 11-month subscription. TX Grim, 2 months. How are you doing today? How's the body feeling? You ready for some Funger 2? I'm doing pretty good today. A little tired. The body is feeling good. I did a lot of training yesterday, so I'm a little sore. And I am absolutely ready for some Funger 2. By the way, guys, what we are going to be doing in Funger 2, I think I want to change tracks a little. We talked before about doing the Save Everyone run. I've done a little more research into the Save Everyone run, and I think, to me, I feel like the Save Everyone run is a little too much like go here at this time and do this thing. It's a little bit too much like following a step-by-step process, and I kind of like to be a little more freeform when we do these streams. So instead, we are going to be changing plans, and we are going to be tracking down the Heartless one. We are going to be fighting the super sick, ultra secret final boss of Fear and Hunger 2, and I think that will be really fun. Enis Hutkudzer, thank you for becoming a member. Stephen the Lesser, have you heard of the fake game Badical? No, I have not. That sounds interesting. I don't know anything about the Heartless one. I just know how to get to them. It's Lace, thank you for the gift sub. It's Lave, thank you for the 14-month subscription. Duo 6 Sexo, I'm so freaking anxious in my senior year of university. I just submitted my thesis, and I can't. Hope I pass. Duo Sexo, you'll be just fine, buddy. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Whoa, Tegrim, thank you for all the gift subs, my friend. Thank you, and thank you for the bits. Much appreciated. Yeah. way too many of you thought that that was going to be a fursuit reveal. Listen, guys, unless life has some weird shit coming that I am deeply unaware of, it's never going to be a fursuit reveal because it's just not my it's not my thing, you know. It's I can I appreciate the furry community from a distance, but I've just never felt compelled to dress up in a fursuit as much as evidence, like, you know, tangentially might suggest that it's not the case. But look, here's what I'll say, okay? Here's what I'll say. I saw a TikTok video recently, right? And it was this girl, and she said that she had this thing called the furry test. And the furry test isn't what you think it will be, right? She was saying that if she asks someone, what do you think of furries? That is going to be a nearly definitive indicator of what kind of person they are and if they're going to get on. And she said that, and I was like, really? Like, fucking how, you know? And then she had this really interesting idea, right? She was like, uh, she was like, if someone's response is like, well, even just that, like, well, that means that that person on some level is like open-minded and can like see outside like their own bubble or their own sphere and just be like, yeah, look, fuck it. If other people enjoy doing this shit, who am I to judge? They ain't hurting anyone, whatever. And she said that, and I was like, that is 100% true, you know? Because I always think, like, you know, when like furry stuff comes up and someone is immediately like, oh man, it's all about like weird sex stuff. I always kind of feel like with that, when someone immediately takes it there, I'm kind of like, I feel like you took it there as opposed to like them. And also, like, if you're opposed to weird sex stuff or people doing weird sex stuff in private, then I got some bad news for you about the human population, you know? And so, like, I do think there is something to that, where it is like, yeah, I mean, fuck it, who gives a shit, right? Like, if that is really your, like, mark for judging someone, I think, like, hey, look, they ain't hurting anyone. And look, I spent a long time at anime conventions. I've talked to a lot of furries over the years. They're pretty chill. They're cool. They're grand. Let them at it, you know? What is it about if it's not about sex stuff, though? I mean, you could say a lot of different reasons, but I think there's just some people where they feel more comfortable embodying a character and conveying themselves through big cartoonish gestures than they do like just being in their regular skin. And fuck it, like, who cares, you know? And like, even if it is weird sex stuff, as long as it's not like fucking in public or making other people uncomfortable, who gives a shit? Like, whatever, who fucking cares, you know? Like, I don't give a shit what anyone does behind closed doors. Disney's Robin Hood movie, that's your answer. They do a lot of hacking too. Yeah, this is another thing I've learned. Usually, like, if someone's a furry, there's a really high chance they're like a software engineer or an accountant. I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is there, but anecdotally, most of the furries I have interacted with in my day are that. Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's cool to just be like, okay, so like, look, the big comparison people always make, right, is that, so you have furries or like, you know, people doing shit like that, people that think people think are fucking cringe or whatever, and then you have football fans, and you see football fans with the face makeup and the big insane outfits and the capes and all this kind of stuff, and I think like some people are like, well, what's the difference, you know? And I think that is a pretty fair point of comparison. But what I would say is, like, with football fans, and like, I'm mainly talking about like soccer hooligan type fans who I think are way more a thing in like Ireland and the UK than America. But like, they make me nervous. Like, if I'm walking by a pub and there's like a match on and there's a bunch of lads outside it in a jersey, I am like, oh fucking, fucking here we go, because I don't know what it is. I've talked about this before. A lot of times in my life, random dudes will just try and start fights with me, and it is a football type that will do it. So the place I was going with this is a furry has never done that to me, but then I thought of like the fucking horrifying reality, the horrifying alternate reality where I'm walking by like a crowd of furries at a convention, and they're all like, "Hey, fucking you," and I'm like, "Oh, what?" And some dude in a fucking beaver costume comes over, and he's like, "You fucking starting? You fucking starting?" And I'm like, "No, no, giant beaver, please, please don't do this." And the problem would be is because they're in the fursuit, I couldn't use my grappling on them because it'd be too inanatomical. But no, that's never happened. Furries are always just pretty chill to me, honestly. So like, why the fuck? I know they buy a lot of merch, so yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think so. Like, the thing is, when I was like younger, I thought furries were like the weirdest fucking thing. I thought they were like really like, oh, that's gross and that's weird, and like that really kind of. I was like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable if like a furry's around or whatever. And then one day, no one even said it to me. I just started thinking about it, and I was like, why does this bother me, and why am I like conveying to people that it bothers me? And then I really thought about it, and I was like, well, I guess it's something that like I'm unfamiliar with, and I don't understand why people do it. And then I was like, okay, so is our line of discomfort being that we don't understand why someone would do something? Or can we just take it in good faith that people are different from us and people just get their enjoyment in different ways? Because I feel like when you put it like that, you start to see that like there's really two paths you can follow here, and one of them's pretty fucking dark, and one involves just letting people live their lives, you know? And so yeah, I was just like, yeah, you know what? This who fucking cares? Who gives a shit, you know? And that's one of the things that kind of like gets me about like homophobes. I'm kind of like, how do you have the fucking energy, dude? Like, why do you give a shit? Like, who? You, like, look, okay, like if you don't, if you know, you don't have to kiss a man, but like once you're solid in that identity, then really none of the rest of this shit applies to you. You're fine, you know. Anyway, this is getting into a whole other fucking thing, but yeah, that's that is my long-awaited statement on furries, everybody. I hope you enjoyed.
Very excited for the webcomic.
Was tied between this shirt, the Damage and Crow, but Damage seems taller, so here we go. Very excited for the webcomic. So obviously Damage is going to feature in the webcomic. I swear to God, the first panel she appears, I got so excited, I stood up and I walked around my room because I was so fucking hyped to have her there. Been dealing with serious sickness and pain recently, and it's been real rough, but rewatching old gods and catching these streams has been a great help. Oh, man. I am so sorry to hear that, Vivian Soup. I hope you're doing alright, buddy. That really sucks. But yeah, you know, just fucking chill and let's have a nice time for the rest of this stream. People are uneasy with themselves and they need a scapegoat to cope with that feeling. That's why they are homophobic, etc. Yeah. Oh boy. Can't relate, you know? Like I get that, but I've never been so Sorry, okay. I've never been so insecure in myself or so dissatisfied with my own lot I'm like, no, there's probably two women kissing each other somewhere right now. Oh, there's probably two boys holding hands. Oh, they better not go past second base. I just had a bad day at work. Oh, yeah, that felt like a good bit. I will admit that I maybe got a little bit like that during some of the Dokapon streams, but that was a very specific scenario. I do believe at one point I may have shouted motherfucking lesbians, but that was very an isolated, different incident, okay? It's a different thing. And let's clip that and show it to people out of context. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine if the thing that brings my career down is a 5-second video clip of me being like, "Oh, I hope boys aren't kissing." Oh man. Guys, I think we should play some Fear and Hunger. I think this has been a very silly stream so far. But yeah, let's do it. I'm thinking maybe we start again. I think I want to try Karen because I've never played Karen before, and I think she might be kind of rad. I don't think I've ever even had Karen in like a party or anything. Nah, we can just do this for 3 hours. I mean, look, when the Fear and Hunger 2 video is done, we will just do some like hangout streams because I do really like just hanging out, you know. Where are we? Sorry guys, trying to navigate menus with one eye is a pain as per usual. Hi John, hope you're well. My player isn't loading, so I don't know if you're playing it yet in the Marina run. You could have chosen to play on Masochism. Instead, you actively chose to betray your party. You are a mean person, and I hope you stub your toe today. Well, joke's on you, because I already stubbed my toe. That is really loud for me. I don't think you guys can hear it yet. Let me know how the volume is there, chat, if we're sounding good or not. As ever, shoutouts to Dark Raccoon for doing the censored one here. Guys, he doesn't read YouTube comments, only Twitch. Yes, I do read YouTube comments. Betty Davis Jr. Little quiet. The volume is good. Cool. Mute the guy. Hey, come on! John, stop reading YouTube comments. Yes, I do. I can see the YouTube comments. Everyone is seen. Everyone is valid. It's fine. Oh, Abella, my love. I think Abella is my favorite character. Olivia's number 2. Right now, I would say Levi number 3, Marina number 4, Marco number 5, Osa number 6, Karen number 7, Dan number 8. But here's the thing. I like them all. There's no character in this I dislike. I just kind of like everyone. I'm sure that I have infuriated someone with that. Why not Dan? Because someone had to be number 8. The soothing sound of the rail tracks. You are not used to such a peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. I love this song so much. You can't help but let your mind wander. You reminisce about what led you to this point in life. You were always a curious child. Your elder siblings and your nanny had to keep you out of the harm's way to the best of their abilities. Just a moment's lapse in their vigilance and you'd be running behind a corner for one of your many misadventures. Your parents were always busy. They had very little time for you and your brothers. Instead, you were mostly raised by Dahlia, the nursemaid of the household, a tall woman in her 30s, originating from the eastern sanctuaries. In your memories, she was alright, but something always felt off about her. Your parents were fresh aristocrats from the Brahmin Empire. Despite being highly thought of, they were outsiders among the noble, for they had risen to power and by their own means, and thus didn't have strong roots among the other blue bloods of Brahmin. Interesting. This proved out to be a problem when tensions with the Brahmin borders were rising, with different factions rising to prominence around the country. The situation looked bad for you and your family, as you didn't have a strong lineage to back you up. When the time came to throw someone at the wolves to please the general public, the Sarah family was the first to go. The Sawyer family. Certain populist factions were able to agitate the common people to start riots, and a huge mob headed towards the family manor. In a hurry, your parents gave you to Delilah's safekeeping and told her to leave the country. Oh, so we were given to the nursemaid that felt a bit off? Oh, I don't know about that. They would look you up when things had settled down. Or that's at least what Dahlia told you afterwards. You were still a bit young to remember it properly, but you could have sworn that Dahlia never consulted your parents about your departure. So we were kidnapped. In your memories, Dahlia just flat out kidnapped you. Whatever the case, you and Dali traveled to Jetia, the capital of the Eastern Sanctuaries, recently named the Eastern Union after they joined forces with the Voronian Republic. The Voronian Republic? I thought that's what they called DeviantArt. Speaking of pink-haired women who fight, have you checked out Unbeatable at all? I have Kobeni_car. When I played it though, it was so bugged, I couldn't really get a decent foothold in it. I talk about it a bit on the best collection of Versus Wolves. The culture shock was drastic, but you had never seen such poverty and such riches side by side in the street view. All the unfamiliar sounds and scents from spice vendors that circled your automobile. It was all too much for you, and you were growing restless by the minute. Dahlia struggled to contain you as you opened the door of the car and jumped out of the moving vehicle. Convince passerby that you've been kidnapped, run to the streets. Okay, I don't know which bonuses we're going to get. I'm going to go for run. You learned escape. Oh, nice. Escape plan's great. You threaded through the crowds. So what escape plan does is escape plan makes it really likely that we'll be able to run away from encounters. Super useful at this point in the game. You threaded through the crowds quickly and gracefully. All the years of playing tag with your brothers paid off. You shook off Dahlia with ease. However, once the evening came and you grew hungry, you weren't so sure about your plan anymore. You heard Dahlia yell for you tirelessly even after all the hours. You decided to give yourself in and reveal your location. You were just a child after all. What were you going to do instead? Dahlia tried to assure you that you had nothing to worry about, but once again she gave you the off feeling. You didn't know what it was, but you seemed to have a sixth sense when it came to judging people's character and honesty. So you ended up living with Dahlia and in a rather decent looking building. She was cashing checks to maintain your lifestyle. What does that mean? Dahlia's version of the truth was that your parents were looking after you by sending money, but you had a feeling that it was just a ransom money Dahlia kept spending. Interesting. It wasn't all bad though. Growing up in the Eastern Union gave you some perspective at the very least. The way the local authorities oppressed the locals made you wary of those in power. In your teenage years, you started spending more time with various civil rights organizations that were active in Jetia. During one of the weekly protests, the local army decided to make an example of your group. Without mercy, the armoured officers pummeled brutally those in the first rows of the demonstration. Help those who are wounded, grab a pistol from the officers and defend yourself, run away. Let's grab a pistol. You got a Luger pistol and 6 9mm bullets. You noticed an unconscious army officer on the ground. You picked up the pistol in a hurry and pointed the gun at the opposing force and shot. You managed to hit one of the officers, but you only managed to shoot his thigh. In return, he answered your fire with fire and shot you in the abdomen. Oh shit. You fell down immediately. The pain was excruciating. You woke up in the hospital. There was people from the Brahmin embassy waiting for you to wake up. Apparently the protests had gained some publicity and they had noticed on your television. You explained your situation and then took you in, and then they took you into custody. Soon you were already on a plane flight headed back to Bremen. You were returned to your mother and her new husband. The rioting mobs had burned down your family manor all those years ago, and your father had died during the unrest. You never heard of Dahlia again, but apparently she had indeed kidnapped you, and you were living off ransom money that your new stepfather had barely been able to put together. Your sixth sense had seemed to be working as intended. Your turbulent life had left a mark on you, and you had trouble staying still for too long. Instead of settling down properly, you became a journalist at a very young age. The situation in the Brahmin seemed very suspicious to you. A mysterious person only known as the Kaiser was appointed the Chancellor of the Brahmin Empire without any prior involvement in the country's politics. He had appeared seemingly out of nowhere and taken control of the whole country. Kaiser was partly responsible for what happened to your father, as it was him who had been riling up people against the nobility of the country. But it wasn't just that. You also got the major off vibes from this person. That's why you dug deep to uncover his past. Nothing seemed to make sense though. There were connections between Kaiser and the so-called secret society called the New Gods, but that started to sound like a petty conspiracy theory the more you read into it. Still, your sixth sense was tingling. The New Gods were a group that had been talking about the cruel ages of history. They were the typical secret society controlling different nations from behind the curtain and puppeting those seemingly in power. There were several people in modern global politics linked to those groups. The more you investigated the subject, the more it started to look as if the group was behind the last two great wars that had ravaged this world. Something big was definitely brewing in Europa. When Kaiser occupied Preheville, the captain of Bohemia, only to shortly after make a truce with the Eastern Union, that's when your alarm bells started to ring loud. Something was definitely off. You decided to take the travel to the Bohemia yourself. With this long trip ahead of you, how do you prepare for the trip? Self-defense items. So with Fear and Hunger 2, I feel like medical items and food items, if you know what you're doing, it's never that big a problem, and so I would pick self-defense items. 5 9mm bullets and a fencing gambeson. Okay, that's pretty good. You felt sense the moment you embarked on this journey. Every night you'd see nightmares with the horrors that would make that you would face in Preheville. Are they just dreams? You can't help but feel that there is more to the dreams than logic would dictate. Save your character history? Yes. Skip the intro? Yes. Yeah, you woke up suddenly. Was it all just a dream? The train, it seems to have stopped. So one thing I do want to do on this run, I want to recruit Levi. I want to have him not die because he dies on every single run I'm on. And I want to take him back to the orphanage because I don't know what happens when you take Levi back to the orphanage. To do that, I will need some heroin. You can sometimes get heroin in some of these suitcases. It's rare. 2 blue herbs, okay. If we don't take this map, I think I've showed people this before, and we go outside. We've been through this a million times. I need some heroin. Okay, look. Heroin is a subject of discussion in the Fear and Hunger 2 video. I'm a little worried what that means for the YouTube auto detects, but we'll see. Clip that. Oh man, you could have some. You could cut together some parts of this stream in a pretty brutal way, like. I'm so angry when boys kiss. I need some heroin. That would be pretty bad. Same, to be honest with you.
1 million dongs. Oh boy.
Kale in shambles. Thank you for the subscription. No, IRL heroin does not give an AEI buff. Yes, that is something that I know in the video. John hates gay people but loves heroin. No! The opposite of that is true. The inverse, even. John, have you ever visited r/meth? They go crazy there. I bet they do, Altier 245. I bet they do. Joining for some patch update and dive. So guys, you know, the good news about my video coming out soon is that the day I drop my video, they are going to drop the new Fear and Hunger patch. Not for any reason other than that will absolutely fuck me in the most hilarious way possible. Just like, my video comes out, it's immediately invalid. I would love to see John on Nebula so we don't have to deal with demonetization. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. What if... Okay. What if the heroin is in a liminal space? Would you take it, John? Okay, so... What I take from that is that would I do heroin if I could take it in a liminal space and it wouldn't affect me outside that? No fucking way. The reason that, like, I've like smoked weed and I've like drank and stuff like that, and I've done like a few heavier things than that, but for the most part, I feel like the emotional range that I feel, like the happiest I get and the saddest I get, that's like enough. That's I'm good. Like, you're talking to someone who gets like mild euphoria from drinking a cup of coffee. I don't want to see what fucking heroin does to me, okay? So no, I probably wouldn't. I really love the sprite of Marina carving the circle. I just always think it's very nice. And this is one of the only places you can see Caligura who's just a fucking asshole who sucks. Guys, I'm gonna say it. Karen has the best walking animation. This shit rules, and I like it. Bye, everyone. Now I'm the Karen NPC heading towards the river. Bento8616. In all of my time spent playing and talking about Funga 2, I've slowly come to realization that Levi is the best written character by many miles. Bento, I think I do agree with you. But my feeling is that, like, wasn't Levi one of the first characters conceptualized for Funga 2? Like, wasn't it? Now, I could be wrong. I think it was originally Marina and Levi that were written. And I just think that the rest of the characters are going to get more writing as the game comes. But yeah, I was actually... Because, like... I talk about Levi a lot in the new video, and I didn't actually mean to until I realized that the reason I'm talking about him is because the writing behind him is so fucking good. But I like all the characters. I think they're all great. So far, Karen... I'm in love with this hands in the pockets walk. I like that she runs with her hands in her pockets. I think that's great. They're all great except Dan. I don't know enough about Dan to... Well, I mean, I know his backstory. I know, like... I do know. But I've never... I have not connected with him. Do you think there's a reason one of the best written characters is hard to play? I don't know, because Levi isn't that hard to play if you avoid his addiction, right? Because Levi isn't always in withdrawal. That's triggered by a dialogue choice that you make, if I'm not mistaken. So, and if that's the case, you start off with a rifle and no withdrawal, so that's pretty good. By the way, the game's set to just chatting. Oh, you know what? Let me just fix that real quick. Ooh. Is Fear and Hunger 1 still not on Twitch? Oh no, it is. Fear and Hunger is back on Twitch. Oh god, it's me! Quiet, you! Shh, 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 shh. Be quiet. Okay, let's get back to business here. Oh, I should have paused. For ages, I forgot that this was like a place you could find stuff. Come on, heroin. Come on, heroin. Papa needs some heroin. Just to be clear, I'm not going to do anything bad with the heroin. I'm not going to take it myself. I'm just going to use it to manipulate a child soldier into risking his life for me. Not like in a bad way, but yeah, just to clear that up, because I don't want people to get like the wrong idea or anything, I suppose.
1 million dongs! Oh boy!
Fiorid Pan there, Smarlin. Thank you for the subscription. And I'm also sorry about what I did to your name. That was really fucked up of me. Man, that thing I just said, you could throw that in with the line about the gays, and I'm done, everybody. It's a hell of a run. It's like every time that, you know, something happens on these streams that is going to be the downfall of my career, I always just think hell of a run, and we just hit it there. I'm done. I'm finished, and appreciate y'all. You know, I thank you for letting me last as long as I did. It's unfortunate that this is how it has to end, but you know, it's cool.
Dongs.
Oh boy. Melon Boy, thank you for the 11 months. Oh, god damn it. I fired my gun by accident. I can't run with this gun. What do I want to do? Do I want to avoid the dogs myself? Or do I want to use the gun? Fuck. I guess it's blasting time. Man, didn't even one-shot him. I'm kind of surprised. Nice. The starting knife is basically useless, so hopefully I find it. Go. Run! Run! Run, Karen! Get those hands out of those pockets! There we go. Man, Abel and Karen, that's a fun pairing, I think. I think I like these two. Wrench Sisters. No, not. Okay, we've already experienced the Wrench Sisters. These are the. I'm gonna say that these are the typewriter lesbians. Okay, because when you think about it, Karen's a journalist, and Abela is a mechanic, and typewriters are mechanical. How are we feeling? Can we put that on a? Is there something we can do with that, guys? Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, okay, cool. Lesbians in the chat seem happy. I'm good. Hey, listen, I've said this my whole life. Like since I was a little boy, I have said that if the lesbians in my chat are happy, I'm happy. Okay, so that's fine. We can't go any further in here, or Needles will kill Tanaka. So let's head back out. We can now give her a knife. We don't get anything for killing this dog, but we might as well kill him now. Oh, the knife is so weak. Carabella, that's pretty good. Fanuckles, typewriter lesbian, was my nickname in high school, which is weird because I'm a guy. Okay. Off to a decent start. Oh, you know what'd be a good move? Let's kill the woodsman and take his axe, because that's a much better weapon than the knife. Okay, shit. I would like a bit more distance from him. Damn, I thought we were gonna... I thought we'd take him down easier than that. Is the pistol not great? Oh, shot his dick off. Hell yeah. Oh, God, no, that's not what I meant. Beautiful. Hell of a start here. What happened to the save everyone run? So, yeah, I was thinking about it, and I did a little more research on what would be required for the save everyone run. And personally, I just felt a little bit like the things you have to do to save everyone are really, like, hyper-specific. And it would have been a bit more like me carrying out a predefined set of steps as opposed to, like, experimenting and doing weird shit and like making our own story. And so that's the kind of shit I love to do in Termina. I love to like find my own way, but there's really only, as far as I'm aware, one very specific way to save everyone in Termina. So I thought I think I'd just have more fun on stream if we kind of do our own thing. And so instead we are aiming to kill the super secret boss. I don't think I've heard that before. The super secret boss of Termina. It's not the moon god. The super secret boss is the heartless one. I've never faced the heartless one before. I don't even know what they look like. I am very excited to find them. Okay, we are off to a good start here. Let's head towards the mayor's mansion. Hope you've got your keyblade ready. What's the general opinion on the heartless one? I think you'll really appreciate how they'll look. Oh yeah? Are we talking... So when people say that, are we talking sick monster design or like muscle waifu design? Oh wait, I don't think I got the hunter's head. Let me get that. Animu secret boss, that is Sergile. Adjacent in tone clash. Do you know, I have never found Sergile as like oh, I did get his head, as jarring as other people do. Oh wait, I forgot to go to the basement as well. Like, I always thought, like, there's so many things in Termina that are really fucking weird and strange. And Sergile to me is like, oh, this weird monster has been summoned to Termina because things are so fucked up here. And I kind of, I kind of like that. I think it kind of works. Chalk, nice. 2 bolts. Pipe wrench. Oh shit, okay. So I will use the pipe wrench as opposed to the axe because now we have double chance to stun. The pipe wrench has a 25% chance to stun. If you have 2 characters, that means you have 2 shots, 25%. So that's strong. Occult Grimoire. Shit, can we get in there? I don't think we can. No. Okay, cool. Sergal is the species, by the way. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, guys, what's the history with Sergal? Is that like based on a content creator or something like that? The wrench wenches. Oh, that's a good one. I think Fear and Hunger setting is grounded in the supernatural horror, like Lovecraft. Something that sentient, talking, furry, spear-wielding monster feels like a different direction. Yeah, but like, I mean, like, you have shit like the Wolfman, and like when Lovecraft wasn't like writing fishmen, he was writing beast people. So yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't stand out to me that much. Nothing left here. So hopefully we should actually be packing enough offensive power right now to just beat the shit out of regular, like, this is a risk, but I'm gonna see if we can just bum rush her, because even if we can't kill her straight away, we might stun her. So let's see. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're in a really good spot right now. The setup we have is super basic, but we have just the right setup to take out a lot of these villagers without much trouble, which is going to let us level up very easy. And yeah, this is a good way to go. I don't like Vile. Vile can go very wrong and you can just be dead. And the thing about Vile that I always say, I say it like every time we fight him on stream, there's just not much of a reward for beating him, so I don't know why you would. It's like someone's furry species. Yeah, it's a reference to an OC. Yes, Pirate Friday. It's effort. Sergals are a species furries invented, and they're very if you know, you know. I see. Strong early game setup here. Guys, I think I love sumo wrestling. I think I love sumo wrestling, everybody. And there's a not impossible chance that the video after the current one might be about sumo wrestling. I just got done watching the most recent band show and had my fucking heart broken. And yeah, I think I'm in. I think I'm in, guys. Will you make a video about Look Outside? There are no plans to make a Look Outside video, but we are not done with Look Outside. I want to play more. I kind of want to start Look Outside again because I feel like I know the game much better now, and also it seems like they've made like profound updates to it. So yeah, we'll see. I kind of want to give it a go myself as well, like not on stream, to really just like absorb it. Where's the scary woman? There she is. She's the scary woman because she screams, and her scream is really horrible. Does sumo have the theatrics to it like pro wrestling, or is it pure sport? So here's the weird thing, right? There is a certain amount of theatrics to sumo, but the way it manifests is totally different. There's like a sumo judging panel who decide which sumos fight and at what point in different tournaments. And so you can actually have these crazy stories play out over the course of a sumo match. Like, one that was recently is there's this guy called Aonoshiki, and I'm probably mispronouncing that, apologies, but he is a Ukrainian... Nice, okay, nice. He is a Ukrainian refugee who started sumo like a couple of years ago and absolutely fucking dominated. Within a couple of years, he got to the second highest rank of sumo, which is... is it Sekiwake or is it another one? No, it's Ozoki. Or is so Sumo audience, help me out here. Which is the second highest rank? Ozaki. Yep, he got to Ozaki, which is insane. And when he was an Ozaki, he was in this tournament, and he had like won previous tournaments or just done very, very well in general, to the point that he was up, if he like won this tournament or did really, really well, he could become a Yokozuna, which would make him the first European Yokozuna in history. That's insane. Yokozuna is like, you are a god among sumo. You are... So with every other rank in sumo, if you do badly, you can get demoted. If you become a Yokozuna, you are good for life. And when I say good for life, I mean like you are taken care of for the rest of your life. You will never need to worry about providing for yourself. You are a national celebrity. You are considered one of the greatest all time in the sport you do. Since like 18 something, there's only been like 79 Yokozuna. And so Aono Shiki becoming a Yokozuna was like, oh my fucking god, this is insane, right? John, you must become a Yokozuna. I'm trying, guys, I'm trying. And so in this tournament, this was like his shot, right? And he comes in and he fucking dominates. He like blows people away the first couple of days. And the way a sumo tournament works is that you fight. It's a 15 matches, so round robin style tournament. The person with the most wins at the end wins the tournament. And he comes in, and his first 3 or 4 matches, absolutely just dominant form. No one can stop this. Oh, shit. Not a big deal. Sets a bear trap. That's okay. We just attacked the bear trap. He's still alive. We are eating some unnecessary damage here, but this will kill him. I forgot that they have a bit more HP than the usual, guys. But then he takes his first loss, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Anoshiki just lost, and I believe he lost to a rank and filer as well, so he lost to one of the lower ranks. And from here, Aonoshiki takes loss after loss after loss, to the point that going into day 14, the second last day of the tournament, he's at 6 wins and 7 losses. And that's really fucking bad, right? Because the way you can determine if a sumo wrestler is successful in this tournament is that if you have more wins than losses, you're gold. You're fine. You're grand. So if you get 8 wins, the most you can have is 7 losses, you have a winning record, you're good. Aonoshiki never had a losing record in any tournament he's ever been in. And so he's going into the final day, the final day, having, or the final 2 days with 6 wins, 7 losses. He's looking at his first ever losing record if he can't win the final 2 days. And so he goes and he is paired up with his opponent on day 14. And his opponent on day 14 is the guy who's winning the entire tournament. This dude's record was like, going into this match, I believe it was 12 wins and 1 loss. And so it's like, this is fucked. Aonoshiki, like, he was meant to become a Yokozuna, and he's fighting the best person in this entire tournament. And it's like, oh my fucking god. Like, I was so tense watching this. And they have an insane fight. They have a fucking insane fight. And Aonoshiki does it. He actually fucking wins. He ties his record at 7-7. And it's like, thank God, if he can come out of this in a winning record, he's safe from demotion. We can just try again yet next tournament for the Yokozuna. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. But his opponent on day 15 is a Yokozuna. is one of these gods of wrestling. And I could tell you what happens, but I'm gonna maybe leave it until the video I do, cause it's fucking so sick and so emotional, like so fucking emotional. And I'm digging back into Sumo and I'm fucking finding all these stories and I'm like, this is fulfilling something within me. I love this. If you would like to see me fight a sumo wrestler, Versus Wolves is out in a couple of hours. We should be strong enough to be able to make our way through here without too much trouble. Just in case, let me give some blue herbs to Karen. Okay, so this is a pipe dude. Let's take away his pipe and let's beat him to death. Oh, my bad. You didn't miss much. It's just me hurting this guy. Let's rev him. And that should give us enough damage to break his body. Yeah, we're all good. Nothing interesting. Man in Dreams Flyer.
1 million dongs! Oh boy!
So glad you're doing a sumo video and that it's gotten its hooks into you. I got into it a year ago and the joy it brings me has been a game changer.
Yeah, sumo is fucking insane, dude. I am actually really shocked at the brutality of sumo. I thought sumo like wasn't an especially violent martial art, but what I didn't realize is that strikes are allowed in sumo. It's just open palm strikes as opposed to punches. And the headbutting I have seen in sumo is some of the most vicious shit I have ever seen. Especially when you see the slow-mo and you see like what happens to those dudes. Is that everyone? I could have swore there's more enemies down here. Cultic Grimoire. Open palm strikes worked well enough for Bass Rutten in MMA. They worked well enough for Bass Rutten, but I still would not use them myself. I think they worked well because that dude is Bass Rutten. You know what I mean? Bass is a beast. Yeah, no, you're telling me. Media makes headbutting look easy, but I'd wreck your head if I didn't have it. I assumed it was mostly shoving. It's really not. Like, when... I think that's one of the biggest, like... I don't know what you'd call it. Like, assumptions or misconceptions about sumo wrestling is the idea that it is a lot of shoving. And, like, there is shoving, but the shoving is, like, one tiny part of it. Like, there's a whole universe of crazy shit that people do. Yes, we got rare. That's we needed rare. Alchemical Volume 3. Tale of Pocket Cat. New Poems of Love and Torment. Skin Bible Venushka. Interesting. Um, yeah, so when I fought a sumo wrestler, and I would say, like, I'm not an especially good wrestler, but in terms of jiu-jitsu, for, like, the level I'm at, I'm decent. Like, I can wrestle down bigger guys a lot. But obviously there's way better people than me at wrestling. I always remember my first day in, like, my new the place I train now. This, like, very kind of, like, I'm not gonna say, like, a kind of skinny looking, sort of dad looking dude came up to me, and he was, like, in decent shape, you know, but, like, he wasn't, like, very imposing looking. And he goes, "Hi, nice to meet you." And he's really friendly and really nice. And I'm like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "Would you like a roll?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure thing." And so I step foot on the canvas with him, and I'm like, I out-muscle this guy by quite a lot. And we're kind of like grasping, and we're kind of like going, and next thing, he kicks my legs out from me, under me, with a smoothness that I have never fucking seen before. And I am so shocked. And I know I was fucked, right? Because when I go down, he doesn't come after me. He just stands back and lets me get back up. And when he did that, I was like, oh no. Like, I am in the ring with a fucking monster, and this is gonna suck. And he whooped my fucking ass. He, like, bounced me around that arena, like, in a way that I don't know that anyone has ever done before. He was fucking insane. And I have never felt anything like that. So I was so curious about him that later I looked him up, because I was like, that was not a normal human. And he was actually the owner of the gym. So I was like, okay, I understand what happened there. That's cool. And he's always, like, really super nice to me now. Like, he's always like, "Hey, John," and, like, you know, he's just lovely, but he just happens to be a fucking monster. The 2 times I have felt completely out at sea and unable to, like, wrestle anyone was Command Grab James, and was this sumo wrestler, where I just realized, oh, there's absolutely nothing I can do here, and I'm completely fucked. And the worst part is, having watched a bunch of sumo, he was going so easy on me. Like, so I did not register as a warrior to this man. Sumo guys are like human mountains. When you see the size of them, like, it's easy to look at a picture of a sumo wrestler and be like, "Oh, that's big." When you see how big they are in real life, it's, like, scary. Like, they're monsters. Okay, we are off to a decent start here. What's the best way to go? So we want to get into Preheville, and there's a couple of different ways we could take. Nah, I don't want to go to the forest. The forest is insane. Oh, let's get the goat. Yeah, we have everything we need to get the goat. Let's do it. Yep, still in love with Karen's run cycle. I think she looks so fucking sick. So if we get the goat, then we can probably... Yeah, because we don't need to be too precious about time, really, do we? Because time actually... no, fuck. Okay, Vile's activated. Is he going to keep coming? I think he will. Should we just take him out here? I don't think we're going to get a choice in it. He is persistent. I think we should probably just take him out here. Yeah, okay, let's do it. So we're going to talk with Karen and try and stun him with a Bella. I always fail this coin flip, even using 2 coins. You can rage bait... Yes, okay. You can rage bait Vile into killing himself, but you do have to pass that coin flip. And so if you fail that coin flip, he has an ultra damaging attack that can really, really fuck you up. And so that's why I don't tend to... I avoid Vile when I can. Now, it seems like he just becomes triggered at some point, and from that, like, he's just going to chase you from there. And I don't know what that point is, but it always seems to happen because we always end up fighting him, despite the fact I don't like fighting him. But yeah, Vile is a 33% chance that he's just going to kick your ass. And if he gets that 33%, he might kill you. And if you kill him, all you get out of it is Vile's head, and it's not even, like, really worth anything. So yeah, there's just not enough. There's not enough a reward for me to ever deal with Vile. Do you have to pick the correct dialogue choice with that guy, or will he just join you for always? So, the goat hits randomly, and he, like, you can't tell him what to do. But I've noticed a weird thing with the goat where he seems able, if he targets someone's head, he doesn't seem to suffer the same accuracy penalty as normal characters. And so he just gores people in the head and they die, and that's kind of what makes him a good party member. Have you seen what the devs said about the Termina 2 update? Supposedly it'll be like playing a different game. Completely invalidating my video. God damn it. But I think at this point, like, if my video is still, like, applicable, great. But I will be happy for it to be a record of what Termina was if it changes, because I think I like the video, you know. But yeah, we'll see. Okay. Actually, shit, we did miss something in the mayor's mansion. Let's head back there. We missed the armor and we missed the food. That's a boon to your video. You'll keep more spoilers away. Yeah, that is one thing I'm happy about. Because the update is kind of incoming, it's like, I can go kind of in depth on a lot of different things, but then people will still be able to play Termina knowing that there's more shit they haven't seen because I will not be able to cover everything. When do we get the Termina video, or do you mean the normal Fear and Hunger video? No, there is a Termina video that I've been working on for like 3 or 4 months now. I can't specifically say when it will be done. I think it'll be done in about 2 weeks, but I did say that last week on stream. But we're getting there. We're getting there, and I really hope people enjoy it. I'm like fucking nervous, but I think people will like it. There's some fun stuff. John, could you please convince Miro to make a game on John Carpenter's The Thing? So, first of all, probably not, because I have never spoken to Miro. We have never communicated. I like for no reason. We've just never like. I'd say Miro's class. I was actually thinking of like, I might drop him a message after I finish the Fear and Hunger 2 video. I just give him like a little salute. Just be like, hey mate, look, just thank you for all the good times. Fear and Hunger's class, great. Best of luck on whatever you're working on next. You know. But I guess part of me as well is like, because I knew that I was going to make the Termina video, I didn't really want to get to know Miro because I don't want that to cloud my judgment on the game. Because the idea of making a video on something that a friend made, that, or even just someone I'm friendly with, that would be emotionally complicated, you know? Like, it's not that I wouldn't be okay with giving... Like, I have friends who have, like, made full video games, and I've been, like, a terrible friend and haven't played the video game because I feel complicated about it. I'm worried that my friendship with them will alter how I see it, and that sucks, you know? But, yeah, so that's why, knowing that I was going to, do a video on Termina, I didn't want to, like, I don't know, say hey to Miro, and then we start talking, and then we become mates, and then, like, that affect it, you know? Maybe that sounds crazy to people. Crimson Tinted, thank you for all the gift subs. Wow, that is a lot. Good lord. What on earth? Thank you, that's very, very generous. Thanks. 50 gift subs, that's crazy. Much appreciated, everyone. Dang. Anarchy. Cool, cool. There's a part of me that wants to try and kill the priest, because then we can get an item that would be very useful. But another part of me is like, it's too early to kill the priest yet. So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I mean, we could probably kill him, right? But he has hurting, and hurting can really fuck you up. It's tricky. Can't you gun him down? I think I might be able to, actually, yeah. I do feel impressed by the evolution of Miro between Fear and Hunger 1 and 2. There's an obvious creative progress and good judgment. Grindstone Cowboy, 100%. Like, so, do you remember we tried to rank Fear and Hunger 2 the last time we did our top 100 video games, and we tried to re-rank it, and I ended up being like, no, I still think it's at number like 95 or whatever. I don't feel that way anymore. That opinion is now invalid. The more I dove into Fear and Hunger, Termina, the more appreciation I have gotten for this game, to the point that now I think this is an incredible video game. I love it. I think it's I don't know that I like it better than 1, but I like it a lot. What? An eerie silence precedes the dark priest before you. Father Oscar loses his balance. Oh, you going down, Father Oscar. You're in a lot of trouble, buddy. Found a soul stone. Okay, that's going to be useful. Okay, now we can get out of here. Is this still how typical Irish priests are? Oh yeah, they haven't changed. They haven't trained. You know, it's a funny thing. The priests of Ireland have always been here. They never left. They're like a prehistoric species, basically. Why do you keep sawing off heads? Because it's an upgrade currency. Oh shit, I think I actually traded the woodsman's head, so I don't think I'll be able to get the thing I wanted to get. Bummer. This will come in handy. I forgot that happened. Okay, we are rolling with some decent offense here. Let's see, we got defense 22 here. We got defense 18 here. So let's give her this. And let's give her this. Cool. Okay, not bad, not bad. I would say feeling a little bit of a power gap going into Preheville, but it's not the worst. So what's the best way to go now? I think we wait till the afternoon, and then we go get Dan. And then we could... Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, no, I think this is going good. I think we mainly, like... Fucking god damn it! We only lost one leg though, which is very strange. Why is that? Oh no! Oh no! No! Okay, I can fix it. I can fix it. Fucking stealth. You see that? Damn, and now we can't get the woodsman's head back, so we can't get that item. That sucks. Oh, it's still good. It's still good. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back. Who said we need legs to defeat the Heartless One? Oh, nice, nice. I do think you should be able to get a wheelchair in this game and ride it if you lose your legs, but I don't think that's an option. I understand that would mean animating like fucking 8 different wheelchairs, but it'd still be cool. This guy does not stand a chance. Good night, Irene. And meat pie. Olivia's a Johnny Joestar reference. Yeah, I was watching that. I watched the first episode of Part 7. You guys see it? I thought it was pretty good. Like, I wouldn't say I was blown away, but it was decent. It was fine. Solid is how I describe it. Nothing in it looked bad. Even if nothing in it, like, made me be like, holy fucking shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, but and some of the racing parts were pretty good. Like, and yeah, it was all very solid. I think I'm speaking from a place of like, I'm so spoilt. Oh, fucking Jesus. I'm so spoilt on like the super shonen adaptation, like your Jujutsu Kaisens, your Demon Slayers and whatnot. But no, it was good. It was good. I can still do this. I can still make this work. I'm glad I lost my legs. I think it's a interesting story beat in this playthrough, and when I overcome, when I surpass, when I show people why I'm called the final gamer, it'd be beautiful. It'd be an all-time stream moment. And what about the Chainsaw Man ending? Haven't read it yet, but I will. Fucking bear traps. Oh, Jesus, that scared me. Oh, that guy always scares me when... when I'm not expecting him. You know, Bella, you could help a buddy out here. Cause I'm feeling like I feel like Abella is like, no, it's the only way you'll learn. John, you stupid fucking idiot. Being like, I must be like 120, 150 hours at the Funger 2 and I'm still fucking stepping on bear traps. What if you just deleted your save file and start over? That is not how the final gamer rolls, okay? I will start over if I don't think if a run is fun. I will not start over a fucked run to give myself a better chance. I don't think that is the nature of Fear and Hunger. I think it's more fun to persist when things are miserable and find a way out of it. Super Patchwolf, have you heard of Lunacid? I have, yeah. That's the game with the soundtrack by Akuma Kira, who is one of my favorite musical artists, and I really like Lunacid. It's a very chill game. I play it on Saturday mornings sometimes because I just think it's just very kind of relaxed and very kind of fun. What do you think of the Pathologic series? I have never seriously engaged with the Pathologic series. I think I played one once briefly, but outside the H-Bomb video, yeah, just never really touched it. I think I might be... Is Pathologic 3 out? Is Pathologic 3 is out, right? Black Caleb, come on. Yes, okay. So I think I'm in Pathologic 3. They reached out for a voice line for a side quest thing a while ago, and they seemed really nice, so I did it. And I have no idea if that came to fruition or not, but yeah, I think I'm in that thing. I think you might not know it's me, but yes, I am. I believe I am somewhere in Pathologic 3. Yeah, no, it was cool. They let me like pick my own line and everything, which was kind of sick. No, this isn't where I'm going. Oh, where am I going? I've completely turned myself around here. No, I think this is the way. Guys, I've been really struggling about what we do in the next Shenmue charity stream. Do we play the enhanced edition or not? Okay, guys, you want to see some fucking tech? Behold! A legged Karen once again! See, you guys thought it was over. You thought I was fucking down and out. But when will you people learn that the final gamer always has a plan? See? Okay, let's advance time. That was possible. Yeah, so in Fear and Hunger 2 Termina, you can get your limbs back if you have the Sylvian Circle. The only way to get limbs back in Fear and Hunger 1 is to sacrifice a child to a moon god, which is something I would never personally do, that's for sure. Yeah. Learning the speed run would be a good bit. No, speed runs require a level of dedication I do not have. Yeah, Fungerwin also had marriage. That is one thing that I really miss. I miss the fucking in this game. I hope the new update brings back fucking, because boy, that fan community would appreciate it. Team Ghost Rider NC with the super chat. John is using cheat codes. The only cheat code I'm using is the same cheat code I use for all video games. My brain, my genius brain. My brain is a cheat code in the way that it is an unfair advantage, but I'm still gonna use it. Persuade, lockpicking, diplomacy, reveal aura, pheromones. Pheromones is pretty handy with Blood Golem, but are we gonna get Blood Golem? Do we get lockpicking? Not yet. And we only have one soul stone because we forgot to make the other fucking soul stones. Okay, no, let's save it for the moment. Blood Golem would be good for Heartless One. Noted. Sorry if this has already been asked, but what's your opinion on fish pie? Oh, I'm reluctant. One_dinner. I think a good fish pie can be incredible. A bad one will put me off fish pie for months, you know? True of seafood in general. Yeah, it can be. It can be. I found a new sushi place near where I live. It's real good. It's like real good, interesting sushi, and I'm very pleased. Okay, let's see. What are we doing? Let's head toward Priaville. Okay, let's take the main entrance through Priaville. So there's a couple of things we got to do here, but it won't be too bad. So we're gonna head to the bunker. I could be wrong here, but I think because it's the afternoon, we shouldn't encounter needles there. If we do, that's very bad, but hopefully we will not. And because we have Abella with us as well, she can't Moonscorch. So hopefully we're actually going down into a pretty safe bunker. I could be wrong about that, though. If we see Tanaka's hat, that's how we know we're in trouble. Lantern. Broomstick. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I don't think we can hurt this thing. No. I want them to explore the doppelganger thing more. I love the concept, but it just goes nowhere. I would like them to put more doppelgangers in. I'd love like a imagine there was like a Caligura doppelganger, but he's just like really nice. Fuck! Shit. Huh. That's not good. That's really not good. But I kind of feel like I don't want to fucking come back here either. It's day one. It's always day one, is it? I thought it might have just been the morning. Yeah, we cannot take in needles right now. Okay, change of plan. We're going through the sewer. You can imprison needles? Spooky son, please explain yourself. Poor dead Tanaka is dead now. Is he definitely dead? Because we didn't see him die. We didn't see him die. If you report him to the authority. Murky Vile is goaded for Needles IMO. Needles is free. Goat will kill him in one hit. Does Goat always do that? Totally. Goat will always do that. Trust. Okay, well, maybe he'll get a shot later. Why, John? Why are you starving your goat? Because he always aims for the head, so it doesn't matter. Or, like, he's only really valuable when he aims to the head. He does. Okay, fuck off. Never mind. I'll feed the goat. Everyone. Here's your bread, Black Caleb. There you go. See, he's fed. He's fine. Is this where I want to go? Yeah, I think so. This time, the bear trap shall not catch me. Aha! Let's go, buddy. Black Caleb, why are you still hungry? Here, have a carrot. So, if you have a Bella on your team, you can actually get to the sewers through here. This is not how you do it. Black Caleb, buddy, why are you hungry? I already fed you. You're fine. So she can auto unlocked these doors, and now we have access to basically the entire underground sewer system, which is really, really handy. This is something we need as well, because we need to get into the Church of Almere second level without the chandelier. And now we're down in the sewers. Oh shit. Huh. Damn, okay. Let's see if there's another way we can go. Fuck, we might actually just have to go back. Oh, that would be rough if that would be pretty rough if true. 3 bolts. Oh, damn. Okay. No, we can't actually access it without a small key or lockpicking. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Okay, well, if that's the case, we should probably head back to the mayor's mansion and do the dinner party. Oh, did I not take your head? My bad. Just... Okay, yeah, I think we might actually... So we don't have to fight Needles. It's just very likely that we will fight him in that area. Let's see. Hopefully we'll be okay. But on our way there, we'll go to the mayor's mansion. Always find that guy. I know I say this every time, and we've been through this like 5 different times. This butler always creeps me out so much. And did we unlock the marina door? No, marina's not there. Okay. Newcomers, isn't it peaceful here? I am glad to see you're not a complete loony yet, unlike the others. You saw the people, didn't you? One can only wonder what happens to the folks around these parts. They've drifted far from humanity. The only thing they seem interested in is scavenging the scraps around this old town. How am I meant to have in-depth discussions with them? I want to talk with poetry, music, and culinary arts. What happened here? We are in the same boat, my friend. I don't have the answers. I heard the Brahmin military meddled with something. Same with the moonlight scorched to earth. And so now he's going to talk to us about a bunch of nonsense. Embryos? Yes, okay. And I believe this one is snakes. Fuck, I forget this one. Chat. Help someone out. It's not nudity. It's definitely not nudity. should say coitus. No, he's going to eat us if I say coitus. Okay, rainy day, rainy day, rainy day. I can see that. Okay, later, dude. You fucking weirdo. Okay, we might have to fight a super early game Needles. I can try and avoid them, but Needles is really hard to avoid if you're trying to progress into the tunnels. Let's just see how this goes. Oh, wrong house. Okay, so what items have we got? Oh, pep pills would actually be really useful. An ornate lantern could be good. Glass shards would be good. Okay, yeah, we've got some tech we can throw at them. Let's actually just read our books real quick so we can get some materials. Was there anything else? Cool, cool, cool. Wait, how many bear traps do we have? Any more? None. Have we saved yet? A while ago, but we're alright. We're alright. Okay, clown. Let us battle. Okay, shit. Okay, so, okay. We have to beat Needles in this fight or it's game over. We can't run from them. We're too trapped. Okay, let's give it a go. He's got Tanaka's hat on. I should have used pep pills, god damn it. Okay, let's use his face. And then right now, let's use pep pills to give us an extra turn. Let's use them on Karen. Okay, Needles is blinds. That's good. Wait. What's the coin flip attack? Oh! I think let's just go torso. Let's use an ornate lantern on him. Okay, let's just start beating his chest and hoping to stun. Oh! Black Caleb does it again. Found 3 syringes of heroin. Yes! Finally! My precious, precious heroin. It's all I need. That's why he's the GOAT. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. The GOAT does it again. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. It's so great how good Black Caleb is. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, Tanaka. Oh, yeah, let's see what's up there when we turn the power on. Oh shit, yeah, let's cure Abella. Okay, we'll use the dirty toilet paper first, because that can give you an infection. And then the green herb, and then... Oh boy!
Hope everyone is doing well and our favorite streamer Solid Eye Patchwolf continues to recover enough to fight his superior twin, Willie.
Oh. Do you know how hard it is to do a podcast with fucking Wooly? Everyone loves Wooly. Everyone thinks Wooly is so nice. And, you know, say you want to take it on yourself to expose that Wooly is not a good person, that Wooly is not a nice person, and people think there's something wrong with you for that. That's the kind of world we live in, everybody. Does this give us access to the sewer? Or is this just back where we were? Maybe not. Oh shit, versus wolves just dropped. Nice. Okay, so next up we want to go get Levi, and then when we get Levi, I guess maybe just do some resource gathering, because we don't really have a, like, we're doing well. We have a strong early game setup, but not necessarily a late game setup, and we need more armor and stuff. Wasn't there supposed to be a big announcement this week? Did I miss that? You did miss the big announcement. But I will re-announce it at the end of this stream. But no, it was a very hype moment. Still can't get in here. God damn. Okay. Let's just head back to what we were doing, I think. This is so much a chiller area when you don't have to worry about Moonscorch to Bella. Can anyone remember who the other podcaster in Versus Wolves who isn't Wooly? Grindstone Cowboy. You better not think you can fucking skate on the slickness of your name forever, because you cannot, my friend. Oh, I forgot how much... I forgot that there's a bunch of ammo in here. So I don't think there's any really good reason to go through here. It's kind of just dangerous. So maybe I'll just go back out the way I came. Like, there's the magical MacGuffin, but we don't actually need that for this playthrough. So yeah, maybe we'll leave it. Oh, we might get the cutscene with Pav, though, and that could be fun. Yeah, Dark Raccoon, we are going for the Heartless one. I've never beat her before. Also, Dark Raccoon, I think I messaged you on Discord about something. Give me a shout. This thing always stands out as like one of the most horrifying things you see in Termina. I think that is just so awful and I hate it. Oh shit. These guys aren't super good at catching you, but they will fuck you up early on. The HR Geiger pipe, yep. And we are good. And there's Pav. Oh, You made it out alive. So can anyone give me a credible argument that Pav doesn't talk like this? I take it you found the key in the city gates? Oh yes, and that's the one with the eagle. Good, good. I would have gotten it myself, but you never know what lurks in the deeper depths of this soil. Besides, the festival is only at the beginning. I don't want to do anything that is too risque just yet. I know you can be a reasonable person, so would you please open the city gates? I've got some other business to attend to. So, be killing you later. I mean, seeing you later. Oh, wow. So if you have both keys, he doesn't take anything from you? What was that all about? Something about this tunnel. These tunnels was part of the big reason the Brahmin Empire wanted to occupy this area so badly. You're probably right. The reason why I'm puzzled about this ordeal is that the truce happened right before the Brahmin reached this area in the city of Briaville. Seeing these tunnels makes me think there is definitely something fishy going on. Pav talks like the evil vampire guys from Twilight. Pav, if in Code Veronica. Yeah, totally. Yeah, that was a totally Code Veronica reading of Pav, wasn't it? Pav as voiced by Maximilian Pegasus. So like Sergal the Rancid is he an OC of Miro or is he an OC of someone else? I think I'm still trying to trace back the etymology on this guy. Miro, okay. OC of the first streamer of Hunger. Oh man, what do I gotta do to get like a little Funger OC going? Can someone talk to him? Can someone, like, you could just put the shittiest little sprite somewhere in here. I'll appreciate it. That'd mean a lot if that's something that you wanted to do. It's fine. Whatever. It's okay. Rancid the Sergal is a YouTuber. Oh, cool. How's depth perception working for you? Guys, it's not great. You know what's really difficult? Navigating any public space without depth perception. If you've never had to do that, you should try it, right? Because if you close one eye for a little while, your depth perception will go. It's not so bad if you're navigating a space that you know well. Like your home or something like that. If you go out in public to an area that you're not that familiar with, specifically if it's like, specifically if it's a crowded place, it's fucking hard. Like it's difficult. I don't know that I'll wear my eye patch in public too much because it's just really stressful, and I don't really need it outside that much unless my eye gets sore. But I just really need it when I'm making videos and stuff. Just under lights, basically. But sometimes, basically, I have a couple of hours during the day where I put it on. Because my eye just gets like kind of... It's like it gets tense and tired and irritated. And, yeah. Anyway, look. If a child's not doing what you want, just give him a little heroin, and that'll loosen up his decision making process, and then he'll be like, sure, I'll come with you, and it works out for everyone. So yeah. I'm kind of annoyed that like I've never cleared the game as Levi, but I've never gotten any resolution for the character either. You know, I feel like he always ends up dying immediately because he has withdrawal and his stats just go to shit. Is there anything I can give him to help him survive for a bit longer? Like, he has 17 defense at the moment. Nothing. God damn it. I could give him some heroin, I guess, but I don't particularly want to. Don't treat my boy Levi like bad tier, even though he kind of is. Yeah, I know. I like him too, Dark Raccoon. He like I think like someone was saying in chat earlier. I think he is like the best written character in Fear and Hunger right now. I like Marina a lot as well, and I mean I like all the characters, but I think those two have received the most writing. You know, like the. Oh fuck, man! I forgot that August does that. A lot of pet pills. That's gonna come in handy. No, thank you. Later, loser. We might have to take it. Yeah, we're gonna have to take out this Bobby. I think we have more than enough. I think we're plenty strong enough to take out a Bobby. Let's just get rid of those limbs. Nice. Okay. This will be fine. Let's just pile as much damage as we can into his body. Shit. Nice. Leave Abella alone. Okay, good. So you see what happened there? Like, Levi's stats are so low that, like, a Bobby can just club half his health off, and this is why he always dies. I don't want him to die, so I'm gonna give him, I don't want Abella to die either, but I really don't want Levi to die, because he always fucking dies. Oh, shit. Okay, I really can't afford to get into too many rows with Bobbies, so we're gonna have to play this pretty carefully. I think we know. You again. I don't think I did beat the Bobby's corpse. Damn it! Oh, he's gonna get right back up. I have 0 contestant heads. I'm good, buddy. I have Sylvian. Oh, wait. I have Sylvian. Boost recovery. That's not really worth much right now, but I guess we'll take it. Okay, we are in mob territory. So I am going to heal up a little just in case. But if the mob comes along, I cannot stress how fucked we are. Without rot, no shot. No shot of beating the mob. We're going to ignore that sound of friendly wasps. What's in here again? This feels like... Oh yeah, there's just the rat lady up here. I don't think there's much in there, but yeah. We should be able to kill her pretty easy. Hey, don't bite Black Caleb. Can you heal Levi's dependence with a Sylvian circle? I don't actually think you can. I don't think that works. Dark Raccoon, if you are still in chat, let me know, buddy, because I don't think that actually works. I aspire to be my town's rat lady, and what a dream that is. I hate fighting these things. It's just another enemy type where there's just very little advantage to engaging with them. God damn assholes. Hell yeah. The wrench wenches. They did it. Shit! Shit, shit, shit! Where did they even come from? Oh god, oh god. Oh my god! Please not Levi. Oh fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh, I'm alive! I'm alive! Please, please, I'm dead. It's over. The run is over if I miss this. Please, please, please. Oh! Oh! Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. All according to plan. And a needle of heroin for my troubles. Awesome. Hell yeah. You can heal Levi's heroin by 2 ways. If you are the MC, get killed by needles on solo. 2, if you have him as an ally, get him killed and revived with Dan's ability in a fight. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Dark Raccoon. Appreciate it. I'm going to interpret the Dan one as him having a near-death experience and waking up and being like, oh, I gotta clean up my act. This place is quite something. Looks like this is an old speakeasy club, but it has been converted into a hideout. What are all these documents? There are some technical drawings here, and they're but technologically very advanced. I'm not actually sure what they are depicting. That map over there is showing certain locations. I think it's the locations that tunnel we visited. Whatever is going on here, something to do with these tunnels. So chill. Okay, what say we save our game? Poor Tanaka. Yeah, let's save. Okay, so I'm gonna quit Fear and Hunger real quick, having all that wrapped up very nicely. So yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna do this again, guys. So basically, I talked about last week about how I had a big announcement this stream, and we actually made that announcement at the start of the stream, but that was many hours ago. God, this stream fucking flew by. I just had a class time. But the announcements, for those of you who did not see, is that 3 years ago I started a merch label called Super Eye Patchwolf, or by Eye Patchwolves, and the whole idea behind it was to do like a fake anime, and each clothing drop was going to be like a new arc in that anime. That's been fucking great. Crazy fandom has formed around that thing, and like just it was just very successful in terms of like the amount of like clothes we sold and just how people got into it and supported it. And the announcement I made earlier is that we are actually turning Eye Patchwolves into a comic, and I will go play that trailer comic now.
You ready? Crow.
Let's do this.
This city gets crazier and crazier. Sometimes I don't even recognize it anymore.
Hey, Crow!
You want to be remembered by a tombstone.
Something's not right, Crow.
Wolf, Crow, welcome to tomorrow.
Look at me. Look at what you made me.
This city is a virus, and I am the vaccine. Stay with me, kid. Just stay with me. You can't run from this, Crow. You're gonna have to face it someday.
Yeah, so you can read that over at ipatchwolvescomic.com. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. I said it all like at the top of the stream, but just it's fucking crazy to me that this is really cool, but John, it ain't beating the furry allegations. I think at some point I have to accept that I'm never beating the furry allegations, and that's okay. But yeah, listen, I really, really hope that people enjoy it. I am super, super proud of like the work that everyone on the team did for it. And yeah, I hope you guys check it out and have a good time with it. The way it works is that the first 3 chapters are available for free right now, and after that there'll be weekly timed unlocks for new chapters. But if you want to read more now, you can pay to unlock them sooner, which is like a nice balance of everyone can read the comic, but also if you want to support the comic financially, you can. But yeah, guys, listen, that is going to do it for me. New Versus Wolves is out. Patchwolves comic is out. You got plenty to keep you occupied. And listen, I love you all. This was such a blast of a stream. Next week, we're going to